Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Seth Petruzelli, who did not just roll out of a Jersey nightclub.
No. MMA H.E.A.T, I am bringing the heat to this interview. I'll tell you that right now.
Boom. Boom. Now, Seth, you're fighting on Saturday night at K-1. Now, how are you feeling about your opponent here? And just in general, it's a big deal show for K-1 this Saturday.
Yeah, big time. I mean, when I first started mixed martial arts, I knew K-1 was there. I've always used to watch, of course, all the YouTube highlights of all the huge guys fighting in K-1, and it was always a huge inspiration for me in MMA. So to actually be in the ring now with all these K-1 fighters is just a dream come true. And to fight my opponent, who's 6'7", I'm no stranger to fighting taller, bigger guys. So it's just like another walk in the park for me. I'm just going to go in there and do what I know how to do.
And were you able to get a lot of footage and really break him down?
There was a couple of fights of his on the internet. Really didn't get to see much of them, but to be honest with you, I train the same relatively for every single opponent. I know he's got a pretty long and decent jab, obviously because he's so tall, so I've trained for that. And besides that, I really didn't get too much of other look at him.
And remind everybody who you're fighting?
I'm fighting Xavier Vigney.
Nice. Well, now this is, there's so much to ask you about because, I was there and everybody knows what I'm talking about. So but here's the thing. How long have you been specifically fighting K-1 or just, exclusively kickboxing or are you still doing MMA as well?
I'm actually signed to both organizations. I'm signed to K-1 right now, and I'm also signed to the Bellator light heavyweight tournament, which starts in January. So K-1 and Bellator have both been super, super good to me and allowing me to fight for the other organization. And it's great now because they're both on Spike TV. So, I mean, to have it on one network like that, it's just really, really awesome.
Well, obviously we know that you're a stand-up fighter anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's my love. I mean, obviously you see all my MMA fights, and that's what I like to do. I like to go for the KO. I like to stand and bang. I'm comfortable on the ground, but my main love and my main style is a stand-up fight. So this seemed like the right fit for me. Right. Obviously.
Now, here's the thing. What I'm alluding to, of course, when I say I was there, is that you're the man who knocked out Kimbo Slice on CBS. I was working that fight. Many of the pictures of you in the press stuff, you see me cage side going, oh, because
there's many, like I just count the faces or just look at the faces on the cage side, and it's like oh, ooh. It's like the greatest expressions.
Well, absolutely. And then of course Gary and his son are just like bugging out.
Like no, this cannot be happening.
So here's the thing. There's so much to talk about with that. But how do you feel about your name forever being tied with Kimbo Slice's?
I mean, obviously I'm not going to shy away from it. Do I want that to define my entire career in mixed martial arts? Absolutely not. I'm trying very, very hard to get out of that shadow. I mean, of course I own up to it. That's what I did. I'm proud of it. It made me who I was. It made me a household name with MMA, but I just want them to remember me for being a great MMA fighter in general and beating other people, not just Kimbo Slice.
Well, then you need to speak to the K-1 people, because even in the book, it says a thing where, you've got your achievements and accomplishments, and yours, it goes, knocked out Kimbo Slice. Yeah. And it may as well say BR chapter.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like that's like that for every single organization I fight for. That's the main drawing card. I mean, and if that's the card that has to be played for me to get paid and do my job, then I'll do that. But that's not how I would like my legacy to be fulfilled. And
by the way, I should say Kimbo's a really nice guy. I mean, that's the thing. He was made out to be, the chump in that whole situation, and he's really not.
No, after the fight, he came up to me personally, and we talked backstage. He's like, look, man, or not look, man, look, dog. You gave me my first black eye. Good job. So, I mean, he was really nice to me afterwards. It's not so much him. It's just he played the part. He had to make some money, so he hammed it up to what he was supposed to be.
And are you okay with the way everything played out there, with people saying you were paid to do this and not do that and talking about this and that? I mean, are you, looking back, would you handle that the same way?
Well, no, I would not. I would never, ever do an interview after getting totally hammered the night before, doing an interview at 6 a.m. in the morning.
But that's gold for us,
Oh, yeah, no, I know. It was great for the Monsters. They're my good friends back home, the interview that I did. But no, I would never, ever do that again. It was just obviously, I said it a million times. It was phrased wrong. I phrased it wrongly. And I'm not happy about how it played out because, an organization went under. A lot of fighters lost their jobs, so that sucked.
So now, though, you are aggressively trying to make your mark here in K-1 and in Bellator. I mean, I'm just trying to think, like, for you, how you were in a Smoothie King, right?
I did, yes. I had the Smoothie King, which Kimbo always referred to as my ice cream shop.
Right. I want to know, like, how aggressively have you been pursuing this? I mean, and is this something that you've been doing full-time now for a while?
No, I mean, it's hard. It's been part-time fighting and part-time running my gym, the Jungle MMA and Fitness in Orlando, Florida. I mean, we expanded so much in this past year. After I fought Rico Rodriguez for Bellator, knocked him out, that whole 9-10 month hiatus was me just really trying to get the gym up on its feet, get members in there, and it's doing amazing. Now we're looking to expand, open a second location. So it's hard to be a gym owner, business owner, and be a professional fighter at the same exact time. It's very hard to balance. But my love and my dream has always been mixed martial arts and kickboxing and karate, and to give that up right now is just not an option for me.
Your gyms have the best smoothie bars in them, right?
Yeah, of course I do. But we actually just have a cooler that's from my Smoothie King. We have the cooler with all the protein shakes in there. So we don't have a smoothie bar there yet. We should, actually. It's a good idea.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it would make sense, right?
And yeah, that'd be good stuff. Well, and lastly, do you have a Kimbo action figure?
It's funny you say that. I was given a Kimbo action figure about, probably 6-7 months after I beat Kimbo by my good friend Tom Lawler, UFC fighter Tom Lawler, of course. So we all had a Secret Santa, and he picked me, and he got me a Kimbo action figure. And I don't have a damn action figure.
No.
I have a trading card, which is cool.
That is pretty cool.
But I don't have an action figure.
That is pretty cool. Well, best of luck on Saturday. It'll be the second time I'm seeing you fight live. I don't know if I'll get the same expression. Maybe you'll get a great knockout or something. But I mean, that was lightning in a bottle, my friend.
I hope so. I mean, 14 seconds is hard to beat for a knockout, but I will be going for a knockout in this fight.
Very nice. And if not, at least you'll...
No, and I got the mail review right afterwards, baby. Okay.
Thanks, Seth.
Thank you, guys. What's up, everybody? This is the Silverback, Seth Petruzelli, and you are watching MMA Heat.